Welcome, Chris. And how are you? And how's Harrison, first of all?
Harrison's doing well. He's managing to get through this. He's had to undergo a revocation of bond hearing because Fannie Willis got very angry, and she was trying to revoke his bond. We survived that. I don't think she had the evidence like she says she does. You heard that clip in the intro where she says she rules on the facts and the law. I don't think so. My personal opinion is they're very loose with their facts and the law. For instance, they've accused him of making a false statement or trying to get somebody else to make a false statement, when in fact, they have no false statement. It's not in the discovery, it's not in the indictment. You read all 94 pages of it, you're up to wonder, what did Harrison Floyd do wrong?
So, yeah, it really is puzzling. It's like really that vague. And people who left voicemails, hey, can you call me back? They're in trouble. Those are actual charges.
Right.
How does the situation with the deputy there, Nathan Wade, blow this thing up? Well, what does it mean to you? I know you didn't file the stuff because another defendant did, but what do you think really happens here if they were going to Las Vegas together, if they were going on cruises together?
Well, we'll be joining in on that motion, but you've got to remember, I think that this case is being used as a moneymaker for the district attorney's office. I think that this idea of paying Nathan Wade, who has never really had much prosecutorial experience, especially at this level and this magnitude of a case, is indicative of something ruefully. It looks, the appearance of it, I'm not saying that it is, but the appearance of impropriety is what lawyers look to when we decide whether we should not engage in a particular bit of conduct. But I would say that it shows that she's personally vested in this case, personally and financially interested in the case. And I'm not talking about, I'm going beyond the luxury vacations and well beyond the procurement, what we call public procurement or getting a public contract. That's Mr. Wade's money that was paying to them. But the things that don't seem right to me are that her relationship with Mr. Wade and how much she's paying him almost, and what's going on in the divorce case almost smacks of them trying to make a life together, and this is their nest egg they're putting together.
What about the visits to the White House? I think both of them, Wade and Fannie Willis there, going to the White House. These are local prosecutors. They don't work for the Department of Justice. That's 5 hours with Kamala Harris, or actually with somebody on her staff at least. That's bizarre. Nathan Wade showing up and spending time there. That's evidence. It's circumstantial evidence, but when the media say there's no evidence of coordination with the White House, that's wrong.
That's clearly wrong. I mean, there's political coordination going on. There's absolutely no reason for a local prosecutor to go to the White House. Zero. All that was being done, in my opinion, that's just another glamour trip. I lived in D.C. for a while. It is the swamp, as you know, Greg. So there's really no reason for her to go and visit with Mr. Wade or even to pay him. It has nothing to do with this case. So.
Fulton County is the same county, I believe, that locked up Martin Luther King. And back then, they marked. I would like you to tell us about your thoughts on the media coverage of this case, because with very few exceptions, conservative media, and some of them, quite frankly, are holding their nose when it comes to Donald Trump. I feel like the media should be there for you to root out this kind of overcharging and this kind of ludicrous, prosecutorial, it looks like misconduct, but they haven't been having.
I have not seen, I've done a fair number of criminal cases in my time. And it's most often than not, it's not the attorney that makes the case. It's the client, it's the facts. And this has got to be one of the weakest indictments I have ever seen, when they can't even produce what the false statement is that they're accusing Mr. Floyd of trying to get somebody else to make. They can't even go that far. So what should the press be doing? The press is kind of doing its job, believe it or not. I hate to admit it. I've been surprised by some of the reporting, because the reporters are asking the hard questions. I had a Reuters reporter ask me, Mr. Kachouroff, I've read all 94 pages of the indictment. Could you please tell me, what is it that Mr. Floyd did wrong exactly? Because I don't know. I can't tell.
Right. Well, they've been okay, I think, on the abuse allegations about Fannie Willis, and you get phone calls like that, but the preponderance of the coverage has been, I think, like this is a bona fide case when it's not. And very quickly,
agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
You would agree.
Absolutely. Yes.
And do you have any thoughts on Shay and Ruby Shea, what is it, Shea Freeman and Ruby Moss, or Ruby Freeman and forgive me, but those two, what are your thoughts on them?
I just know that they don't know about any false statement either. So, you know, I would say that the two of them are, I mean, I think right now they're going around suing people because they are trying to make money. You know, you saw that they sued Rudy Giuliani. I think that the videos at State Farm Arena, they're still suspicious videos. I mean, they have their explanation for it. But to me, it looks like somebody's double scanning ballots. Are they doing it intentionally? I have no idea, but it's at least negligent if they are double scanning. So that's the kind, I don't really know what to say about those two. I mean, they're doing what they want. They're riding the circuit. But I think that's more of a function. They're listening to these Democrat attorneys that are representing them.
You know, I've seen the video too. It does confuse me, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay to talk about this stuff. You know, it wasn't 2000. It wasn't 2004. It certainly is whenever a Democrat feels like something wasn't on the up and up. To be continued, Chris Kachouroff, our best to your defendant,
Thank you.
your client, Harrison Floyd. All the best, and we'll be right back.
Thanks very much. Thanks, Greg.